Hi everyone, in this video we're going to discuss the Mawashi-Geri and the round kick. Like all other kicks, even like our hands, sometimes our goal is speed and sometimes our goal is power. Think of it like your speedy jab or your power cross. And this video is going to be specifically focused on a few different ways you can generate more power into your Mawashi-Geri. Tip 1 is our base foot, and we want it pointing away from our opponent. But beyond that, we want it pointing away from them by bringing, if you watch my heel, by bringing my heel forward, which is bringing my body weight into the target. More body weight equals more power. Tip 2 is our base knee. We want our knee over the top of the ball of our base foot, so our weight is also down and centered. Tip 3 is our hips. We don't want them to consistently rotate through the whole kick. In fact, I want to keep them as square as I can for much of the execution phase, and then right at the end, as I twist my base foot and my base knee, I also rotate my hips, throwing more torque at the end of the technique when I need it. Moving from our hips to our torso, we want it to remain relatively upright because it means more weight is in the opponent. So if I'm with Alex here and my weight is back, how much are you feeling? By contrast, tip 4 is the hand that is over our base leg. Number 1, I want it up around my jaw or even up around my skull, because for one, what it does is it protects me from any potential wild swinging punches that occur in the process of the kick. Secondly, is I want it to come back rapidly. I want it to help assist my base foot, my base knee, my hips, all in their rotation. Everything working together. So we've worked from the base leg up to the hand. Now let's work from the hand down to the leg. So the hand that is over our kicking leg. Well, we all know if we want more power and drive when we run, when our knee goes forward, our arm goes back. And if you want more evidence of that, try running as fast as you can without moving your arms. So think of your Mawashi-Geri like running, but on an angle. So if I want more power with my kick, as I kick, I'm going to pull this arm back. Quick tip, one of the downsides to having more power is that it takes a little longer. So one of the ways we can make up for that loss of time is also in our kicking leg's arm is use it for misdirection at the start. So if I'm throwing a punch with this arm first, I can get Alex's attention and guard somewhere else so that my kick, albeit a little slower, is less noticeable. So we've discussed our base knee. Now let's talk about our kicking knee. A big error that students often make is they point their knee directly at the target. So we always want to make sure our knee is going past the target because that brings more body weight into the kick. So if this is the equator, whenever I'm going for power, I want my knee to go past the equator as my shin drives into the target. 1. And while we've discussed our base foot, now let's discuss the foot of our kicking leg. Now, a lot of the time when we train in our Kihon, we prepare with our foot tucked in and keeping this angle nice and acute. If we want power, however, we want to keep the leg relatively straight. So through my preparation phase, you'll notice I'm never bringing my heel up towards my buttock. I want it to come out more almost like a baseball bat or a tennis backhand. Also a tip for our kicking leg, not only does our knee go past the target, we want to make sure the angle we're kicking on is more of a 45. So if I'm kicking on Alex here, I don't want to be pushing him directly to the back wall. I want my energy going, moving him on a 45-degree angle. That means my body weight is going into the kick rather than just relying purely on torque. And the last yet equally crucial tip is the setup by having your front foot, which will become your base foot, step before you kick. And a common error is people step forward. And now the problem is I have to go around that foot, which means too much energy gets sent out to the side. I want to step out to the side in my prep phase. For one, not only if Alex wants to punch me in the face, is that I'm stepping outside of his range, but also by opening up my stance, now my hips almost have a straight line. So that torque occurs much faster and more powerful. Look at any baseball pitcher. They step out, widen their stance, which means the torque comes through in a straight line. So now let's try to put all those tips together. Notice Alex is not moving to the back wall. He's moving more on a 45 because my energy, while going around, is also going through him. So it's a combination of forward thrust with torque. So hopefully that was helpful. I gave you a lot of tips all the way from one leg up through our torso and our hands and right through to the other leg. So there's a lot of boxes to tick. It's very difficult to tick them all, but that's what we're always aiming for, the perfect kick where every part was correct. Have fun, work on that, especially when you're doing kick shield stuff in class. If you've got a punching bag at home, great fitness, great for cardio, great for developing your character, great for getting feedback on your power. Until next time.